You only started to like K-pop for the clout. That isn't what I think, it's just what a few people think.
Hi, welcome to
DTK. I'm going to start the video with I am losing my voice and I've got a cold.
It's
sympathy for me, please.
So annoying. Ridiculously annoying.
Today we're doing something that is a popular trend on YouTube, but we're doing a little K-pop twist.
Yeah.
This is your K-pop assumptions about us. If you're new here, please make sure you press subscribe and also the bell notification button next to it so you get all our post notifications when we go live, put a video up on the community tab, all those sort of things.
I asked for them on Instagram stories, and if you're not following us there, you can. That is linked down below. You have no excuse not to.
The @handle is here. The link is down below.
Like, it's not the biggest account in the world, but I ask for something and do you deliver? Yes, you deliver. You're like Uber Eats. So assumption number 1 is from Melissa, who says, you prefer boy groups. To be fair, I
prefer some fat beats. And I feel like that is delivered by boy bands at the moment.
Yeah.
However, we do like girl groups too.
For example, I really like Blackpink, but it's because I like their music. I don't put it down to the fact whether they're a girl group or a boy group. So I know that I've said in past videos that girl groups aren't really my jam, but that can change all the time. For example, Red Velvet, Zimzalabim, gets me.
Zimzalabim.
I just ascend.
This is an accurate assumption. However, I am now only slowly getting into girl groups after about 2.5 years, 3 years. Our next video is us getting into Twice. It was a journey.
You wish BTS weren't so popular. A bit, but I don't know. It's a convoluted feeling.
Right. So the way I feel about BTS,
Lipstick!
I want them to remain like this underground super popular group. And what I mean by underground is that in the UK, they're not in the mainstream press, but they can sell out Wembley Stadium. I love that. I think that's super cool.
But they deserve the world, and I will not stop until they have it.
I don't want to be in trouble with anyone. I just wish that sometimes, you know, we were back in 2015 and no one really knew about BTS. And
I was my little secret guilty pleasure.
And I was still reeling for the Save Me video.
And Blood, Sweat and Tears.
Blood, Sweat and Tears was a mood.
Nat said half the time, Sammy doesn't actually know what he's talking about, and he just makes things up. Yes, Nat, it's like you know us. Sammy literally just makes things up, and I don't know
what I do is I sometimes get confused about facts.
Yes, you make.
So in that way, I'm not much different to the President of the United States. Giannina says you've probably bought every Blackpink album.
IDK.
I don't know. Incorrect, actually. The only album we physically have is Square Up.
Do we?
Yeah, it's downstairs on the shelf. We bought it when we went to LA last year.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's literally on the shelf.
I think you're lying.
You only started to like K-pop for the clout. That isn't what I think, it's just what a few people think.
Who are these few people? Should we have words? Can we talk about my pedigree? I don't see your point. People, few people, whoever you are. Does no one remember what we've done?
We were the first people in the UK to play on national radio, which means it was broadcast everywhere in the UK, K-pop songs for the first time. And I'm not talking about just the BTS tracks that have been in the charts. I'm talking about Sunmi. We played Monster X. We played, I think we played 17. I think we played Day 6. We played a variety of K-pop acts for the first time, and everyone sent in so many supportive messages. This is on Radio 1.
Does that sound like something somebody would do if they were chasing clout? No.
No.
If you look back at our other channel, we've been making videos about K-pop for a long time. It's only now that we've decided to make a channel about it.
However, I will say, when media outlets and other creators and people like that do stuff for clout when it comes to K-pop, that is also fine, because what it does in turn is raise the profile of these K-pop acts, even if it is just getting a few clicks for the media outlet, the newspaper, whoever it is. Just say to anyone that you think is chasing clout, who's your bias? And they'll be like,
Jimin? Probably is what
Jim Monster.
You don't have an ultimate group, you're just proud multis. And do you know what? Right,
If that ain't true.
Can I be honest?
What?
Can I give the secret I've been keeping? I had a life-changing experience at the Monster X concert at Wembley, and I've been not talking about it on the channel in fear of upsetting people, but I'm gonna be honest, BTS is still my favourite group. Their performance at the O2 was phenomenal. I feel like the Wembley performance wasn't as good for me because I couldn't really hear what they were singing.
Acoustically.
It just wasn't the great venue.
Because of the venue.
But I
Not
have to
because of
say,
BTS.
when I saw Monster X live, it was like one of the highlights of my life. They were so good. BTS O2, Monster X for me.
And then BTS Wembley is just below those, just because we couldn't hear from our seats much of the audio, and I've been waiting years to see Not Today live.
And it was ruined.
And it was ruined because until we could tell by the choreography, we didn't know they were performing Not Today.
Yeah, it was
and
sad.
it was just such a sad moment for me, and I felt really sad. But obviously, the atmosphere more than made up for it. It was just frustrating. Ellie says you were low-key disappointed with the BTS at Wembley concert. So, not the I loved the atmosphere and just the sheer volume of ARMY there, and just the support they were giving and the energy. It was just unlike anything I had ever seen in my life.
And actually, the Wembley shows are a good example of why Big Hit wants to make more of an event around a performance. I wasn't disappointed in the concert, but I was upset that I couldn't hear it as well as I'd liked.
Because there's no live band, unlike with like Adele or something like that, and she's obviously performed there, the acoustics probably aren't as well suited to a backing track, so it was quite hard to hear the music. But that may have only been on day one, because obviously they're recording for V Live as well, so I don't know. And also a combination of our seats, and it's an open top arena stadium, so there's lots of different factors. I'm still proud of the boys for filling out Wembley. That is amazing.
You don't like Twice. I don't. Okay,
Let's
again,
be real.
It's complex.
This is a multifaceted issue. First point, we don't like bubblegum pop.
I feel like that's such a fake term. It's not that it's bubblegum pop, it's that it's not beefy enough for me, and I think that just is more down to my personal taste rather than it being not good music. So I'm definitely not saying that I don't like they've got bad songs.
However, in this past week,
Things are changing.
Since our Luna video, I think Luna has been a really, other than Blackpink are a bit different to all these groups, Luna have been a way in for me to start appreciating a lot more about that aesthetic, that concept, because Luna, I feel, bridges the gap between that edge and grit, and then also they can do the cute concepts and stuff.
Felicity XXO said you have no idea what the lyrics are to all songs.
100%.
Felicity, I'm not going to hide the fact. Sometimes I just make phonetic noises that I think sound alike. Although I'm quite good at learning the raps.
You get the Nicki Minaj one, and that's in English wrong.
What's good career? You know, I've been a boss for my career. Better jet in the leer. Put the hands in the air. Hands in the air, put your hands in the air.
Do you know what? I don't feel bad. That's true.
Grace Lane said, you guys may not have heard of some K-pop groups until your audience told you to.
Well,
yeah,
that's 100% true.
That's how we got into K-pop.
I learn a lot of my K-pop through Spotify, but I appreciate that they're not all on Spotify. And then you guys regularly in the comments, and this is your chance now to comment them down below. Educate us on K-pop groups.
Most of the time, if you guys have been watching our videos for a while, you kind of get what my taste is, and so you recommend people that I would like. I know that happened with Day 6, for example. Day 6 I was aware of, but I hadn't really listened to, and The Rose.
Sugar Buns says, your biases from BTS are V and Sugar. Incorrect.
Half right.
Nikki's bias is Yoongi, mine is Jin. If you didn't know that, where have you been?
I don't think that suits you. I can see why they'd say V.
Because I'm ridiculously cute and good looking.
But Jin is well done handsome. So there you go. You're not very good at it. This is what I mean. Fionn Hooper says you prefer vocals over rap. Kind of.
Although let's talk about tier, outro tier.
You're
my tier. You're my tier. Nothing will ever come close to beating that. You're really passionate about it, but your friends just don't understand. Hashtag the struggle is real.
Oh, don't we all relate?
It's easier now that BTS is so successful because everyone has heard of this Korean boy group. So it's okay to be like, oh yeah, I like K-pop. But before, it'd be kind of like if you loved anime, you wouldn't tell anyone about it. So you'd be like, I love anime, or I love K-pop.
I could literally start a podcast on fandom culture because I feel like being in a fandom sometimes can be quite a lonely experience because it's not something you can talk to people about or don't feel like you can. I don't know, it's really complex, and I think yes, friends don't understand, but it's also super nice when they do
it now.
Yeah, now that like for example BTS or Blackpink, they're regularly in the media. People know about them. It's not this weird obscure thing. Jean Journal says you want to visit South Korea. PS, love the videos. Thanks very much.
Thank you. And yes. We really do want to visit South Korea. But when you're paying rent in London and you're just living everyday life in London, it's super expensive.
Yeah.
So it's quite hard to save up for a trip like that.
I just moved back in with my parents, save up money. Because the thing is, if I go to South Korea, I have this thing in my head where I want it to be the dream trip.
I want it to be perfect. But then also, let me know if you've been to South Korea, because I want to do a trip where I've got absolutely nothing planned, and you go out there and you just experience it.
Well, that sounds so organised of you.
I could organise an itinerary. I'm
Well,
just like,
I think maybe you should if you're spending that much money to get out there.
thank you for sending in all of your assumptions about us.
It was-
Hopefully they were entertaining.
It happened. They happened. If you enjoyed it, please do give it a thumbs up. It really helps us out.
And make sure you press subscribe and hit the bell notification button and allow all notifications so you don't miss anything from us. And we'll see you guys again next time.
Thank you
I've
for
got my
watching.
voice back.
Hopefully, see you soon.
Remember, an apple a day, K-pop a day. I'm gonna go now because I'm really warm. Bye.